Is here with me now, Colorado Congressman Ken Buck. Thank you very much for being here. Can Steve Scalise get to 217 votes in your view?
I think it's going to be very tough for him to get there. I just want to say Steve is a great guy, very honest, very hardworking. Obviously has some health issues, but he is a really good candidate for Republicans to try to unify the party. Very difficult right now, given the politics going on behind the scenes.
And what you're referencing there, of course, for our viewers who don't know, is he has blood cancer. He's been dealing with the treatment for that. You just met with him a few moments ago as he is trying to get those additional votes. Did you ask him for anything? How did that conversation go?
I thought the conversation went well. I'm very concerned about Ukraine and Israel at this point. Obviously, Russia is involved in the Ukraine war, and Russia is involved in supplying Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran also supplying. Iran is supplying Russia with drones. Those countries are linked, and we need to make sure that we are aggressive in how we deal with all of those countries, not just focus on one particular area. And so that was my message to Steve, and I thought it was well received.
Did he make any commitments on bringing funding for not just Israel, but also for Ukraine?
He did not make a commitment to me, but I think if the administration makes a strong case, I think Steve Scalise will be on board for that kind of commitment.
Are you still a holdout right now? Have you made up your mind on who you would vote for?
I am not going to be the last vote against Steve Scalise. I'm not ready to support right now because I want to get a few more
But
answers.
If he was at 216, you would vote for him?
I would vote for him.
Okay, that's good to know. One thing that you had struggled with when it was Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise going into that meeting today is you said you had asked both of them who won the election and that neither of them would say that President Biden did.
Right, the 2020 presidential election. And neither of them would say it before, and I don't think either of them is going to say it now.
Still, Steve Scalise was not prepared to say it.
Steve Scalise feels very strongly that some of the Secretary of States didn't act appropriately, and he is unsure about who the winner is.
But you would still feel comfortable voting for him?
What are the choices, Kaitlan? That's really the bottom line. We've got some very serious problems around the world, and I think we need to find ways to move forward. It's not an ideal situation. Kevin McCarthy wasn't an ideal situation. Kevin led the effort to decertify the electors in 2021 on January 6th. So it is one of those issues where you just have to do the best you can.
To get that aid to Israel passed that you were just mentioning, I mean, you got to get a House Speaker first. How long do you think it could take before Republicans reach an actual consensus to elect somebody?
I hope yesterday. I really do. I think it's important that we act quickly. I don't see that happening. I think there's going to be some issues towards the end of the week, and hopefully we really get our act together.
Do you think it could be as soon as tomorrow or no?
I don't think anything's.
You don't think it'll happen this week?
I don't know. By the end of the week, maybe. It may drag into the weekend.
Okay. Congressman Ken Buck, thank you for your time tonight, and keep us updated, of course, on what that race looks like.
Thank you.
Still a no, but if you get to 216, you said you'd vote for Steve Scalise. We'll be back here in just a moment.